Was there a much different cut that you all kind of came to blows on?
Not at all. It was very much that opening with the
Right.
comedic suicide, but obviously we all knew it's four quadrant. We cannot start with that, but I thought it was a very important one. And frankly, you know what? It's because of the soundtrack of maybe I don't remember if it was a teaser or the overall soundtrack, where Edward is great friends with Tom York, and he wanted Radiohead to do the music, and that was genius.
Yeah.
But we know what Radiohead sounds like,
Right.
and I think Marvel was pushing for a little bit more of a typical Hollywood soundtrack, and we thought, and not a compromise, but what we thought was the elegant in between was to find Craig Armstrong, who had worked with Massive Attack, to create this soundtrack, which is haunting.
Were you surprised how that, from your vantage point, when that all went down? That was a big deal. When
Very surprised, yeah. Very surprised because it was never, there was no tension. And then one day it was done. And I was like, oh, okay. And I loved Edward, and I had to finish the movie. Like I could,
Yeah, and again, I don't want to belabor it, but I remember, because I was kind of doing stuff at MTV at the time. Like, as I recall, like Edward didn't do press really at the time.
No, we did one thing altogether. It's hard. It's funny. It's like, I feel bad because I love him. I loved him.
Martin Starr.
Yeah, Martin Starr. Yeah, everybody was like, yeah. But it's also like, so Martin Starr, friends of Edward. So again, like, it's just to tell you, like he.
Yeah, he was invested. He brought his
he really,
Ty Burrell, I believe.
Ty
is a buddy, right?
Burrell,
Yeah.
okay, absolutely. That he really has great taste, great instincts for comedy. But yeah. It's. I feel bad because I just like, I love him, and I loved working with him.
Yeah.
And I saw him the other day at a park with his kids, and
Nice.
I just didn't want to go and be like, hey,
Oh,
it's been 10 years, man.
has it been that long? You haven't seen him since the end of the film?
I saw him at like in New York at a premiere,
Yeah.
like quickly. He's friends with Woody Harrelson. We
Right.
did this movie together, Woody and I, and he was there. But I don't know if he thinks I'm like part of the other guy, whatever. I was neutral. I literally was like, let's make the best movie possible. I just don't want to. And I was, even after he was gone, I was asking him what he thought of some ideas, and so I just wanted him to be proud of this movie.
He should be. Well, we're going to bring the gang back together. I'm going to make this reunion happen.
Yes.
Edward, come on in.
When I saw that third mic, I was like, oh,
What's happening?